dudes, welcome to another video upload from Aspie with Attitude. You're right now watching an autistic YouTube content creator channel. My name is David, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have autism, I have Asperger's syndrome, that's why I call myself an Aspie for Aspie with Attitude, where I give myself a chance to express myself as an individual who's actually autistic. At the time making this video, I was 44 years old. Something I'd like to do in this video now is to explain why do I not want to get married and why do I not want to go on dates. And what I like to do for starters is I've put together a short film just to make something a lot different, since I'm doing a lot of editing skills lately, just to see how I go about trying different things with this channel, since I've been doing it for almost 6 years. I know I've done this before. This is just like me talking on the couch and doing a walk with me video hybrid. And something I did for walk with me number 21, which is going to be a walkthrough down reserve, this time talking about why do I not want to get married. And I hope you enjoyed this video, since that I'm not going to keep you waiting. And now it's just time to show you this short film that I'm talking about. What does it feel like to be single, and how does it feel that I'm going to be single the rest of my life? This is something I actually want to do, is not get married and not have children. Something I've never been interested in doing, despite that I did have the expression of interest in finding a partner one day and having children. Hasn't been since growing up in the day as a youth and throughout my 20s. Since these days, since I'm making this video in April 2024, that I'm 44 years old at a time that I was making this autistic YouTube video content, I made up my mind that I'm going to be single for life. Since that I'm autistic, I am asexual, and what I mean by asexual is that I feel a lack of attraction towards women, the opposite sex, and don't even feel attracted to men and other boys. Since I'm unlikely to ever have a girlfriend or even have a boyfriend, I lack a lot of interest in going on dates and meeting other partners that I could possibly have. The best thing about being single really though is like you get a lot of time for yourself and a lot of space for yourself, and it gives me a lot of time and space to be able to make these autistic YouTube video contents that you're watching right now on my channel, Aspie with Attitude. Growing up in my 30s, when I was kind of like in the share house, I had learned that I am not good at living with other people, since that I thrive a lot better living all by myself in an empty nest. Since that I'm happy to own a 2-bedroom apartment, which gives me a lot of space for me to be able to do the things that I enjoy doing. I've heard a lot of stories about people who do get married, whether they have children or not, and the whole outcome when they get divorced and their lives are turned upside down and never the same, which means I'll never see anything like this happening to me ever if things do stay that way for me to be single for life. And I've heard once you get married and you have children, most men do not get time for themselves, spaces for themselves, or even money to spend for themselves, since it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of energy to raising children. Since that you've got to send your children off to school, you've got to put clothes on their backs, food in their bellies, and also to have a bit of money to buy them toys and to take them out to places to generate happy memories in running and raising a family. And if you don't do those sort of things, it's your kids that are going to end up very miserable, which is something you do not want to do. And as it happens though, like, this is all part of happiness in life, just being able to settle down, just have a place for myself, since that I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, considering that my whole entire home is like a man cave, and all that space and all that time that I could have to making YouTube video contents for Aspie with Attitude. And in the future, I actually have no interest in going out on dates, looking for a partner, or looking for a soulmate at all. Since that, I just have everything I want. But still, being single is not an easy ride, since that you're still going to have a job, you're still going to be able to earn money, to be able to look after yourself, to still put clothes on your own back, and to put food in your own bellies. And also there's always bills and mortgages and rent to pay once it comes to living alone. And also all about saving up money just in case if things do happen, like your fridge stops working, as one example. And this is life being single, like, it's all about having the time and space all for yourself. That's the fun and joy of being single. And you just save all your energy to be able to do your own things. Especially hearing this from a 44-year-old single. Certainly, when you marry another person, it is a very, very big commitment that you're making a commitment and a promise that you're going to spend the rest of your life with that person, and making a promise there'll be no other person besides the one person you marry, as long as if your partner lives. Especially having children. And it's all about, you've got to teach children how society functions, what it's like for the child to actually pretty much know that they can only have one mother and one father. Or sometimes, if they wanted to in the same-sex marriage situations, 2 mothers or 2 fathers, whichever way it goes. So like I've explained back in episode 146, for the first time when I opened up as an asexual. But these days though, like, this is by choice that I'm actually staying single, and I am no undateable. What I reckon what an undateable is a person who is very determined to have a partner and can't get themselves into having dates. And sometimes I might go on these dating websites and there's always a lack of interest, otherwise you just get really fussy. Since at the time when I was making this video, there's 7 billion people living on this planet, and we can just see how the population's still expanding to overwhelm all the Earth's resources and everything like that. But anyway, dudes, this is just me, this is who I am, just to be very single for life, without any disputes or anything like that. And I've heard a lot of bad stories about people who get married and they divorce, and the man loses everything that the man has really worked hard for, which becomes a real big nightmare, especially when the children get caught up in this whole family or marriage breakdown. But anyway, if you like what I'm watching here, please why not subscribe to Aspie with Attitude. That's all I ever ask for in terms of support. And also, you can ring this notification bell if you want to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And please don't forget to like and share this video content around. That way, you're showing more support for this YouTube channel, Aspie with Attitude. But this is only April 2024 that I actually filmed this video content. Maybe over time there might be a change of mind, but not anytime soon, since I'm kind of a bit resistant to change, just the way things are going. And it's just so far so nice to have the time and space for myself, and to be able to do things that not many men my age would even get to do these days. because you just pretty much signed a contract, you've made a promise to your partner and everything like that. For me to love another woman or another man, there's just so much I have to give up. Like, I may not be able to have much space to have a Lego, since my partner would want a space to put their stuff on display, and it just can't be all about myself. Being a selfish person in a relationship, don't expect this to go down well and everything like that. Well, anyway, I'm just glad to actually have friends, and I've got family, and also plus I'm an uncle and I have a niece at the time this video uploads. Well, anyway, that's all I need, and just so far, just being single is a decision I made for myself as a full-blown adult, especially that I'm on autism spectrum. And the way I like to pull this one off is with a fidget spin nose trick. And I'd like to say, I hope you really enjoyed this video content, and I hope you really enjoyed what I was talking about. Peace and respect, and see you next time from Aspie with Attitude.